Hello, everyone. So, I am here today to give you your astrology for June 9th through the 15th. Now, keep in mind that we have a full moon in the sign of Sagittarius on the 11th. It is a very expensive moon. There's a lot of energy happening in Jupiter until the 30th. So, and this is kind of the energy of pushing yourself in the direction that you need for your greatest good. I would recommend during this full moon energy to really put your intention into doing meditations or doing some kind of ritual work, convening with God or your higher self, so that you can bring clarity into a plan that you would like for your future. So I hope you take this energy and use it for your greatest good. We are starting a month of expansion. So the more you can really engage in, the more you can set your intention in something positive, the more you can get the ball rolling during this month of June. It's very pivotal to the expansion, the growth, and the movement forward in that direction that you're looking for the rest of the year. So, like always, if you would like to go directly to the days of the week, you can go in the description part below. I put timestamps. Besides that, there's information for you to be able to book an appointment with me. You can either find the appointments on the um, shop tab or the contact me tab, where we have all the information for you to set up an appointment. So let's start. Monday the 9th. So bear with me because Monday has a lot of things going on. The most important thing that's happening is that Jupiter enters the sign of Cancer, and it will remain there till the end of the month, June 30th. This is very, very important. Why? Jupiter is the energy of good luck, good fortune, expansion, prosperity, growth, all that kind of energy. The energy of Cancer is the energy of your root chakra, foundations, connections, relationships that you have in the emotional, platonic, and physical world that help you move forward. This can be something as easy as the connections that you make on different websites and different platforms that help you understand a little bit more of the world and open you up to a different reality. Or it can be something so close as the partner that you're picking. But this is all about bringing into the forefront, is this right for me? How can we make this work? How can we make this grow? Is this something that's going to be for my greatest good? How can we make it even better for myself? So that's the first energy. The second one, Mercury will be in Cancer and create a square with Neptune and Saturn, and Neptune in Aries. Okay. Saturn is the energy of Capricorn, which is the energy of restrictions, discipline, order, and kind of like putting things in their proper box. Aries is also this energy of dictatorship, energies of like really forceful ruling energy. Neptune has to do with your subconscious mind, with your spiritual realm, with the anything that has to do with not the person that you are in front that everybody sees, but the person that you are within. The square energy of that is an energy and a conflict within yourself. The things that make you feel limited, the things that make you feel like there's tyrannical energies around you. There are things that you've contracted yourself with, or you bound yourself with, or you agreed to that no longer serve you. This is an internal turmoil that we see here. Mercury in Cancer is the energy of constant communication with that foundational beliefs. Now, like I told you, this energy of Jupiter going into Cancer will be effective until the 30th. And this initiation of this whole energy is one where you're going to be bringing forth things that don't feel right in certain connections. So, besides focusing, because the energy all the way to 30th is kind of like, how can we make this grow? How can we make this amazing? How can we make this the way that we want? There's the initiation is kind of like, did you notice this? Did you notice this? Do you still really want this? And so keep that in mind, because it is that push and pull energy. Because I done told you, June is a very expansive month. It's amazing, but it is a big month of taking accountability and responsibility. And one of the things that is going to make you see is the people, places, and things that you've been connecting to that are out of alignment for you. So depending on your frequency, depending on how much spiritual work you've been doing, depending on how much physical work and mental work you've been doing on yourself, this period can be wow, or this period can be because it is really telling you, are you going to keep allowing these people, places, things, and energies keep you down and keep you limited and make you feel like a victim and make you feel like you don't have strength or power or will? And there's a lot of channels here and a lot of places that make you focus on your wound. I've been reading this book called The Anatomy of the Spirit by Caroline Myss, and one of the things that she was talking about is that the world right now is into woundology, right? That's how she chimed it. And woundology is like wearing your wound like a badge of honor. Look, you have to treat me nice because this happened to me. You have to treat me nice because this happened to me. Don't you see that I'm a survivor of this? I am not saying that people don't go through things, and I'm not saying that it's really important for you to process those emotions, do your work. I'm very big into mental health and physical health and emotional health. All of it is very important because we're mind, body, and spirit. But if the only thing you can think of is poor me, and look at the bad things that happened to me, you have defied the point of having healing because you're just focusing on the pain, right? Physical therapists, when they heal a person, that shit hurts. Like, I've been through a lot of years of physical therapy. That hurts, but you have to think past the pain, even though it pains. And there, you have to think past the I don't want to get up because it hurts so bad. I don't want to do that because it hurts so bad. And you need to say, but I want to walk, but I want to move, but I want to have mobility. And so you need to work past it to move forward. And this is what I'm talking to you about this period of time. Things hurt. They hurt our feelings, they hurt our minds, they hurt our physical body. But this world's heavy. And that's the whole point of it, for us to see how strong our will and our spirit is, how strong the light of God within us, whatever God you believe in, is within us, is in such a way that we aren't defined just by our physical body. We are showing the physical body that we are more. And the more you align to that, the more you can create your reality. And this is what this Jupiter energy is all about. Then we have an energy after that, where we're going to get really triggered because we also are starting to see the transition of the full moon energy that will be happening on Wednesday. And as the night progresses, we're going to start seeing the moon entering the sign of Sagittarius while Venus is in Taurus, which this creates a situation where not only are you starting to see what direction you need to move into, because you're starting to become that bullheaded energy as to what your heart really desires. And then we have a square in Pluto and Uranus, because what it's saying is the person that I've allowed myself to be, the person that I've introduced to myself to, is not the person I want to be. And I need to focus on following that carrot, of my heart into the direction that I want. So though it hurts, though it's unfair, though all that kind of stuff, I'm going to take responsibility and accountability to get out of this situation, because this is not the life I want. And this is the entire energy of this Jupiter in Cancer. I feel like it's going to be very triggering. I feel like it's going to be a period of a lot of growth and expansion. I do believe that if you have any mental health problems, energetic problems, anything like that, I would seek help from counselors, psychiatrists, or energy healers, or spiritual leaders, because they are very important during a time of expansion like this. Because sometimes expansion is awesome, and sometimes it's a lot happening at once, and it does become overwhelming, and we trigger our fight or flight, and we limit ourselves. And I want it to be a time that we can really, really, really do a lot for ourselves, to grow, to expand, to become the person we're supposed to become. That's why this channel is all about, like, I'm telling you the problem, but I'm telling you a possible solution, but it's still in your hands to do it. Okay? I hope that helps you. And let's go to the next day. So Tuesday, June 10th, this is going to be a really easy day, not like Monday, talking so much. Tuesday, and the moon will be in the sign of Sagittarius. This is the movement of the moon being in Sagittarius that is an initiation for tomorrow. That will be the full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius moon makes you very blunt, very, very direct, and very determined to move into certain directions. There are a lot of things that are coming to light. There are a lot of paths that are going to be moving in your life. Just be very open and mindful that They're coming to light so that you can take action and that it can create positive change in your life. So a lot of movement happening for Tuesday. June 11th, Wednesday. It's a fabulous day. We have the full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. Now, not only do we have the full moon in Sagittarius, we also have Mercury in Cancer, which is all about talking. And this can be talking you to other people to you. This can be receiving information through all the socials. This can be receiving downloads in the spiritual realm, but it's all about talking. Okay. Then we have a sextile, which I love because it's like your safety net, right? Like the net that you are casting to fish whatever it is that you need for your greatest good. When Venus in Taurus, Venus is all about the things that you desire really strongly with your heart, the things that you're passionate about, the things that you like, you're driven to do. And Taurus is the energy of determination in the earth plane, practical, passionate, strong decisions that move you in the direction for your greatest good. It also breaks down obstacles. It also is like, it's the bull. So it's like, if it doesn't want something, it will break it down because it said what it said, it wanted what it wanted. And that's the energy that I'm seeing here. This is a lot of movement, a lot of expansion, a lot of growth, but this can also make you a little bit aggressive when it comes to your communication, right? So because when I said it said what I said what I said. This can be one of those things where I said I don't want this in my life. I said I don't want this connection. I said I wanted this other thing, so I'm determined that that shall happen. Okay, so as I'm moving in this direction, just be very mindful of how harsh you come across with your words and your actions because of that energy of Sagittarius. But I do see a lot of energy of expansion, growth, um, and just really strong connections. It's all the creation of your foundation for the person that you are developing, the things and the ideas that you're trying to grow from the ground up. Okay. The more you focus on this foundation, the more you can stack on top of it because it can withhold that weight. Um, as I'm looking at this energy, I can tell you that this energy would be great for you guys to do like road opener rituals if you guys are into rituals. Also, meditations that have to do with bringing clarity, with bringing downloads and insight. This is also a good time to commune with the spirit guides that you're connected to. This is really, really good time for an expansion of ideas, growth, and inspiration. And that can be through physical 3D people, or this can be through spiritual people. And it all depends on the time that you invest in this. Just know that though the only thing that you might be able to invest are 5 minutes of quiet contemplation with the idea that you have, that's a lot more than you think in the spiritual realm. Okay. So all they need is for you to open the door and give them the permission to actively work in your life. You need eyes to see. You need a mind to understand. You need ears to hear. And you also need the will inside of you to take action as to all these other things that you're receiving. Remember that the physical form is the most important thing that we have. We need to love and value it because it's the only one that we can use to grow and expand in ourselves. Okay? I hope this helps you, and we'll see you the next time. June the 12th. Thursday. The moon will be in Capricorn while there is a trine, which is a triangulation, a return of energy of Venus in Taurus. Capricorn, I really like. First of all, it's very passionate, it's very grounded. It's like that energy of the King of Pentacles, where, Midas touch. What I have determined that I'm going to be bringing into my life, I'm going to be bringing. So it's like a grounded, I will make this happen energy. And with the energy of the triangulation, thing that is coming back is a passion for life, a passion for that desire, a passion for that money too, because again, Taurus, again, I'm seeing that energy of the King of Pentacles. I'm seeing very strong the energy of King of Pentacles for this Thursday energy. Use it. Okay. Though the energy of the King of Pentacles is around, you can have the Midas touch, you can grow, you can expand, you can do whatever the hell. If you don't take advantage of this energy, it will go nowhere. And so this is taking care of signing those final papers, taking care of those agreements and those contracts. This is making those commitments. I'm saying strongly making the commitments because Capricorn has to do about signing papers and making commitments. So making commitments, moving, doing what you have to do to make things happen. All right. very, very fiery, very, very, like, though it is so much energy of earth, it feels more fiery than earthy because it's determined, it's strong, it's very masculine. I feel very solar plexus activation, which is our divine masculine energy. Breath of fire would be good for meditation so that you can like really move that masculine energy throughout your life force. Tai Chi, because Tai Chi is very earth and fire, right? Whereas Qigong is more air and water, but Tai Chi is very earth and fire, very direct, strong movements that will move your energy systems so that you can make things happen. I just feel very, very driven to tell you that this is the time for you to invest the time, energy, effort, and growth as to the direction that you want for your greatest good. All right, so take advantage. Now we're going to Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, the moon will be in Capricorn, which is still helping us to discipline and to create those disciplines and make those goals. One of the things that I have noticed in the astrology, starting like this June energy, actually end of May going into June energy, is that the energy is lingering in a position a little longer than normal, which helps us because we don't feel so hurried. January, February, March, April, beginning of May, the energy was so turbulent. It's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And this energy is kind of like, no, we're moving in this direction and we're staying here for a while so you can percolate in this energy and kind of let something form. And then we move again. And so the energy of Capricorn is still present from Thursday all the way to Friday. A reminder, this is Friday the 13th. So Friday the 13th has a way of bringing in some chaotic energy which can be used for your benefit, which if you do something that's outside of your norm, it can actually be profitable and good for you. Um, but also keep in mind that it does have a little bit of chaos energy. So some people might be out of balance this Friday. All right. So that being said, continue to do the discipline and the commitments that you need to do so that you can obtain your goal. This is not about just I wish. This is about I wish and now I will do so that this can come to my existence. All right. I hope this helps you. Now we go to Saturday the 14th. Saturday the 14th, the moon is still in Capricorn. Like I told you, consistency, right? So discipline, movement forward, yada, yada, yada. But now we have a trine, so a triangulation of the energy of Uranus and Taurus. I like Uranus and Taurus. It's kind of like the bull um creating change. Okay. So it might feel a little weird this day, but it might not. And it's like everything is starting to change and be put in position so that you can continue to move in the way that you want. Sometimes this means you might get in arguments and fights with people to cut their contact with you so they can move in one direction, you in the other, so that you don't have to cross paths. That's possible. Okay, it can be where like some unexpected change happens that you're like, where did this come from? That might create a little bit of havoc in your life, might happen. But this is happening for your greatest good in such a way where you've already set a course, a direction in your life. And these were obstacles. It's like the cards that are in the way, and I'm trying to move. Oops, I'm putting it in front of you here, and you don't even see it. Oh, here it is. The two cards here. So you're trying to move the car, and then these things are in the way. So these changes are to move these things out of the way so you can continue moving forward. Whatever happens, know it's for your greatest good, though you might not think it is. Okay? I'm just letting you know because I'm feeling something like triggering. Actually, I'm hearing the song Trigger in the back of my head, and I feel like it's for your greatest good, yet you might not feel it right away. Okay? All right. So we'll see you the next time. All right. Now we're entering to Sunday, the last day of the week. And Sunday, the 15th, the moon is finally out of Capricorn and is starting to move into Aquarius. And it is actually accompanied with and wow, this triggered my throat space. Um, it's actually being accompanied with or being helped with the energy of Mars and Leo, which is two fires. Okay. And a square in Uranus and Taurus. So remember that on Saturday, I told you your Uranus and Taurus is the change that's coming. It's kind of chaotic. It makes you feel weird. You're not really going to be too happy about it. Yeah, but just let it be because it is for your greatest good to the outcome that you want. Okay? And I made a little display here with my tarot cards like this, and then you're being this little car thing, and you're trying to move, but these are the obstacles and they have to be removed for you to be able to move forward. Okay, important for you to understand this because this energy, um Aquarius, Mars, and Leo, that's air with two fires. Okay, Leo is all about your ego self. Leo is all about your lion, your determination, your movement forward. And Mars is all about the warrior inside of you. Aquarius is the energy of change, of expansion, of being your truest, authentic self. And what I'm seeing here is that you are moving in that direction. But now you're starting to see the consequences of the direction that you're moving in. Okay? Consequences at times feel really bad because you lose a friend, you lose the network that you're used to. You no longer can go out the way you used to. You have to limit yourself this other way, blah blah blah. But what you don't realize that these changes that you're doing is because these things were the things that were making you unhappy and limited and restricted and feeling like, why do I have to be swimming against the current? And most of the time, they're habits that we have acquired by the structures, like the foundations that we came from, that no longer serve to the outcome that we want. So remember how I told you that Cancer, the let's say balloon of Cancer, will be influencing us a lot January, February, I mean June, July, a little bit of August. Okay, it's going to be like a hovering energy around us, and it's affecting us, and that has to do with our foundation. We have forever lived in this little circle, and we're going to be moving into this little circle. Our roots, our foundation, our growth, our everything is in this circle. We can't move here if we're stuck here. And so they have to break off. We have to unroot ourselves from this energy so that we can create roots here. That is a very uncomfortable process. And sometimes we think we make a mistake when we're doing something that is different from the norm. And we feel like our life is like chaotic. And what did we get ourselves into? And we must have been freaking crazy. That person is crazy when they told me this. I should have never, whatever. And this is the shoulda, woulda, couldas that you get because you seeing how much you will have to give up to get what you want, right? This goes back to the Jesus situation. He had to give up his life so that he can be born again and ascend to the energy that he wanted. You must give your life, the life that you have established, the house you live in that might not be right for you, the family groups, the friend groups, the past that you have. You must be giving that up so that you can give the potential for something new. I see this a lot too, like in married couples where they are married and they're having problems because this person haven't left their family, the ones that they came from. And this family has one way of being, and this family has one way of being, and there's a clash of the titans because these two people can't figure out that the first thing you need to do is cut them off. And that's something, again, that Jesus said, where he said, though your worst enemy will be people of your own family. I am here to turn wife against daughter, father against son, sister-in-law against brother-in-law, or whatever. You got to look it up if you want to see it. But okay, but he talked about that because what he's saying is, if you stay here, you can never have this, and you want this so bad, supposedly. And this is the leap of faith. So just know, because expansion is amazing, but it's extremely triggering because you have to stop being the child to be the adult. And this, it doesn't matter what age group you're in, this happens to all of us. Okay? I hope you understand the message and keep choosing that growth and don't turn into that pillar of salt. I hope this helps.